thank you for watching again. This is energy check-in update just to see what's going on for this next week. This is a timeless message, so when you're meant to see it, you will see it. And I just wanted to, these are the alchemical activation cards. So I want to see if there is a particular guide or a teacher with an activation for us this week. Will be of at most of our benefit at this time. So let's see, for the collective, who is the teacher in the activation? This will be of most benefit for this next week in February. Oh, I just had that one flip. So we got Goddess Matangi and Heliothrope. Already there is value. I acknowledge how far I have come and the immense inner value derived from my journey thus far. I choose to complete the tasks that resonate with my heart, seeing them through until they are shining the divine brilliance and beauty. I recognize the value of my past efforts and experiences. I balance compassionate, purposeful devotion to my destiny with contentment and gratitude for all that is now. So it looks like we have some goddess energy, some divine feminine energy coming through, and already there's value. So it looks like we're acknowledging how far we've come. We're looking back, maybe reflecting. And it looks like we're going and we're choosing the things that resonate with us in our heart, the things that light us up, the passions. So it looks like this week there'll be some divine feminine energy, balance, passionate energy coming through. Maybe you're picking up a new project, or you have something that's taking off this week. So Goddess Matangi and Heliothrope is looking like a good person to call on this week. So there's that one there. And now I'm going to pull a soul lesson card, and this is a soul lesson and affirmation that might be popping up for you this week. So let's see, what is the collective, the soul lesson? That might be popping up for them this week. Self-esteem. So I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. So that is the affirmation. So it's looking like we've got some of the yellow, so solar plexus, maybe do some chakra work. Self-esteem, so really evaluating where we are in our minds about our appearance, how we perform in the world, and just to try and reflect on that self-esteem and see if it is a healthy self-esteem, because that's very important to have. So again, the affirmation is, I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. So, and we've got the diamond, the diamond pattern here. So it's almost like a shining bright kind of thing, or self-esteem. Just with the yellow here, it's kind of reminding me of like a shine bright like a diamond. I'm kind of hearing. So looks like we'll be really called to look at, evaluate our self-esteem. And because we have there is value. So it's what we're this week, what we value. And there already is value. There is value within us. We don't need that to come from anywhere else. That's right inside, and that's part of our self-esteem. How well do we value ourselves? So that's looking like these two are kind of going together there with the the self-esteem and the value. And in this one, we're acknowledging how far we've come. So that looks like it's going to be a theme kind of for this week. So just know and remember, as for the affirmation, that you possess gifts of the soul that benefit yourself and others. So I'm going to pull a Gaia Oracle card, and I'm going to ask for a little bit more on this, maybe self-esteem. Is there anything else related to this self-esteem that the collective can get more insight into? Self-esteem. Anything more on this self-esteem or this value? So it's looking like we're getting some remembrance. Here, this card number is 21. So 21-3. I would say mind, body, spirit. That's what we're looking at. So the Trinity. So maybe we're remembering our value this week. Maybe we're remembering our value. It says resurfacing of past feelings and emotions. So the feeling, self-esteem. Maybe that's the past feeling that's coming through. So it looks like we're remembering. It looks like, so we have water here. So water is very cleansing. It looks like she's kind of almost like a goddess from the sea. And we've got kind of goddess energy coming out here. With the kind of the rainbow clouds, that looks kind of, I always for some reason associate rainbows with like ascended master kind of thing, just because of the 7 rays, I guess. But it looks like this week we're kind of in emotion. We have the emotional with the water, but water's also very cleansing. It's looking like almost a water goddess here. So it looks like we might be remembering, what our value is and what we really, we bring to the table this week. So that's looking very, very good for us this week. So it's always good to have a good self-esteem, even though it is, with a lot of things, it is hard. It's good to have a good evaluation and actually look at how you value yourself, because ultimately that's what matters, right? So I'm going to ask the angels if they have any messages, maybe regarding this self-esteem or this remembrance. Let's see here. What do we got here? Oh, this one does not want to come out. So we've got, I've been getting the butterfly actually quite a lot, change. And we've got, again, look at the colors. They're very similar. So if you see 555, the butterfly, the butterfly does represent the metamorphosis, the change from the caterpillar to the butterfly. It looks like that this is what we have coming in. We've also got kind of the green, so the healing. Looks like we've got a little bit of red, stability, the root chakra. But it's looking like we've got the solar plexus here again. And it looks like maybe the remembrance is going to help us to change the way that we view ourselves, the way that we value ourselves. So that's looking like it's very on point with those cards already. So it's looking like this is going to help us maybe come out of that cocoon and into that butterfly, change. So just if you see number 555, 5 also I always kind of associate with balance. We've got the balance here. So maybe it looks like this week is going to be very big for some people. They're going to have some very big maybe realizations and self-evaluations this week. Okay, so let's see if we got anything else. What else can we get out of here? get the most information that we can. So is there anything, these are the Kyle Gray Gateway of Light activation. So is there any kind of activation or anything going on this week, or in regards to this self-esteem, this remembrance, and this change? Is there anything else that's going on for the collective this week? Oh. So we've got Temple of Truth. Throat chakra. Authenticity, self-expression. So it looks like we might be having some throat chakra activations, which might be helping with this, you know, us are evaluating our self-esteem and this change. Maybe we're, again, last week we kind of had a lot of the voicing, you know, telling our truths, voicing our honesty. So it looks like maybe that's a continuation this week, is kind of on that same path of last week we had the honesty and being honest with ourselves. Now we're looking like we're kind of evaluating ourselves on our authenticity. How authentic are we? You know, we are expressing ourselves now more, and maybe that is going to help with our self-esteem. So looks like there is that activation that's coming through, and we've got the water here again. So we've got water, got a lot of kind of water emotion, and it looks like this is some kind of gateway or something that's coming in for us. So maybe this week we will be telling a lot of, you know, our truths, or maybe we'll be hearing it from other people, what their truth is. So it looks like maybe this throat chakra is going to be connected to the remembering. This gateway is going to be connected to the remembering, and that's going to connect us to remembering who we are, our self-esteem, acknowledging our value, and that's going to lead to change. So that looks like it's all really, it looks like very internalized this week, you know, just evaluating a lot of ourselves. So I'm going to ask for some more cards to see if there's anything else we can do here. So these ones are the Sacred Geometry healing cards. And I'm going to see if there's a healing practice. Maybe these ones have frequencies, or if there's any other guidance that we can do to help with this, you know, this gateway that looks like it's opening to the remembrance. So let's see here. Is there anything else? So inner child, looks like we'll be acknowledging this week maybe our inner child. And like we said, we've got like I said, the diamond. So maybe this self-esteem has something to do with our inner child. We've kind of got like the same colors going on a little bit. And then we've got the blue as well, so the throat. So we've got kind of the square here in the blue. This is maybe us, the diamond, we are healing, you know, this is coming through with our throat chakra, and then we've kind of got this inner child here, which looks to be kind of an orangey color. So looks like we might be, so just acknowledging our inner child might help us with our self-esteem. You know, maybe we have some wounds, inner child kind of wounds that are affecting our self-esteem. And maybe they're related to our truth, not, you know, speaking our truth, not being authentic. So it looks like that's going to be something that we can look into, you know, maybe try and get in touch with your inner child, maybe journal, you know, about to your inner child. Maybe some things that you could tell them now that you didn't know in the past or something. So it's looking like we're being asked to go into our inner child, or even just, you know, having fun, doing things you used to do, you like to do when you were younger, you know. Those are all good ways to get in touch with your inner child. So it looks like that, yeah, the inner child we might be remembering once we do that. This gateway is going to help us, you know, to remember our inner child. That's going to help us maybe with our self-esteem. So that looks like it'll be important for this week. So maybe get in touch with your inner child, and this is going to help activate that, you know, that gateway that comes in. And I have a new set of cards because I love cards. And this one, I'm going to try and read intuitively, but they are kind of sacred sites. A lot of them, actually, I didn't know about, so I'm still discovering this deck myself. But I just wanted to see if this is like related to any kind of past life. And this can spark a remembrance as well. So, you know, it's suggested that with these, when you get one of these cards that is a you know, a sacred site, to really kind of go and look at pictures of it, kind of go and read about it, if you don't know about it, especially. And this will help spark a remembrance. So I just wanted to see for the collective if this is connected to any, you know, a sacred site, maybe a past life, you know, that, oh, that one flipped out. So we've got Callanish, and I am not familiar with this place, but it looks like this is pointing up north. So we've got here what looks like, you know, we've got the waters here on the card. We've got the waters here. So we have some water energy, the swan energy. So you might see images of a swan, or, you know, you might have visions of swans. And it looks like kind of here, like they're in the dark here. And then up here, we're kind of coming out into the light. So it looks like this is the Celtic cross. So this might have something to do with a past life, you know, as a Celt or a Druid. Again, I'm sorry, I'm not super familiar with all this. I do know a little bit about it, but it's looking like kind of like a Stonehenge here. So it looks like it might be related to this sacred site or a past life that we had. So if you do have a chance, maybe go in and search this up and see if maybe, you know, you start to remember anything. So it's looking like we've got a lot of blue as well. So that could be related to this gateway. Maybe this is something that's coming through this gateway, is this past, which is going to maybe spark that remembrance. It's going to maybe relate as well to an inner child, an inner child thing, something that happened maybe whenever. Maybe that's why we're asked to acknowledge the inner child, maybe get in touch with the inner child. Maybe you had a past life here as a child. And it looks like this is going to maybe help us evaluate or we'll have a remembrance of who we really are. And this is really going to help our self-esteem, our value, and it's going to lead to change. So, and the swans are like, the swans I always associate with like kind of purity. You know, they're white, they're innocent. It's, you know, it's very that purity energy, and it looks like there's kind of some stars down here, so there's kind of some magic going on, it looks like, in the water here, kind of coming up around this area. So, and these ones here, it's kind of like they're in the shadows and you're coming into the light. You know, maybe you're remembering that you are this, you know, this swan. This here, we're kind of dimmed down here. And maybe this magic is our self-esteem. And that's going to help us, you know, remember who we really are. So that's the message that I have, and I hope you enjoyed that. So it looks like this week, you know, acknowledge the inner child, maybe do some journaling. There is a truth gateway, some sort of temple of truth that's coming through. That's going to help with our self-expression, our throat chakra, you know, maybe being authentic, speaking our truth, which is going to really help with our remembering. It's going to cause a remembrance, and it's going to help with our self-esteem, and that's going to lead to change. So, well, I think that's it for today, and if this resonated with you, let me know, and I hope that you all have a lovely day, and until next time, thank you.